The time has come. The green flag is getting ready to unfurl. The Hampton Heat 200 is underway.
Keep going to the outside and trading spots. Sam Yarborough, Ryan Matthews, Aiden Millette, Peyton Sellers, and others. Bit of a freight train starting to form as they battle for a position. Looks like Matthews is going to pass Yarborough for that spot.
There's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Contact is made between himself and the 77 of Trevor Ward as the cars spin over in turns 1 and 2. That's going to put us under our first caution flag of the night. And here comes Mark Wirtz. He wants to take the top spot back. He led the opening 40-plus laps. Right now runs in second here at lap number 86. Puts the nose of the car on the inside of the 9 entry down into turns 3 and 4. Trying to make it side by side, door handle to door handle off of turn number 4. And Wirtz will lead lap number 87. He's trying to clear Buck, Adam, and make that Adam. He's trying to clear the 9 in 1 and 2.
Yeah, Ryan Matthews definitely having problems with the hood. The hood pins are the only thing holding that hood attached to the race car as he battles with Sam Yarborough side by side. And got to imagine that's definitely impeding the vision of driver 51. But the race director says let him play on. No, they're going to show him the black flag.
That's right. Ryan Matthews has been posted. NASCAR not happy with that hood flapping up.
He's going to try to bring the fight to the number 9 off turn 4.
Side by side for position number 3. Brendan Queen is ready to go after it. Meanwhile, we got a car a little bit off the pace. That was Mark Wirtz. He scooted up the racetrack. That allowed Riley Music to go by on his inside. Riley Music trying to take the top spot through turns 3 and 4. New race leader, car 47, Riley Music at the head of the field.
Got some hot rod in front of him now with Riley Music now under pressure from Brendan Queen.
Look at this battle, Tim, for the lead.
Yeah, Butterbean trying to make it happen here late in the race, guys. You can hear the crowd down here roaring to life. It's like Dale took the lead, but it's hometown hero Brendan.
One of the most popular drivers here in Hampton, Virginia, and on the Cars Tour, Brendan Queen. Another new race leader here at lap 131.
Riley Music looked like a veteran just a few laps ago when he used the car of G.R. Waldrop as a pick to keep Connor Hall behind him. Connor knows that if he doesn't get around Music now, he may lose touch with Brendan Queen, so he does finally make the pass as they make their way through 3 and 4.
And just like we've been all night long, 2 by 2, all the way throughout the field, including at the head of the field, because Connor Hall trying to make the launch work coming off of turn number 2. He'll continue to go racy with Brendan Queen through turns 3 and 4. Queen on the bottom of the track, and Buck to his right elbow. There's Connor Hall.
I'll tell you what, those two drivers, no give up whatsoever. So competitive with one another. At every racetrack they go to, they end up right against one another, be it for second, third, fourth, fifth, or right now for the lead. Connor Hall lifts the back of the 0-3 car up going into 1.
Good Saturday night short track racing, and Kip, Connor is really aggressive here at the moment. He wants to get around the 0-3.
Like I said, if you've got anything that you've been holding back, now's the time to show it. Connor Hall now looks to the bottom as they come up off of turn 4. You swap the inside for the outside to see if Connor maybe can make this lane work better for him. Brendan's just tough no matter if he's on the bottom or the top.
Brendan Queen trying to make the high line work to his advantage as they work through 3 and 4, but Connor Hall not giving an inch. Neither are lifting as they work through corners 3 and 4. That last lap, Brendan led just by a little bit, but here comes Connor Hall once more.
Sure did look like Connor might have just edged him out right there, depending on how the transponders picked up right there at the start-finish line. But they're still side by side. There's no give up in either one of these guys.
Indeed, Connor Hall looked like he led that last lap as well by a fender as they work through turns 1 and 2. And Buckaroos, just like we see Saturday night after Saturday night, we're running side by side for the top spot.
That's Saturday night special edge. And here, speaking of the edge, Connor Hall will lead that lap. 175 going to the 22 machine. He had a whole fender out front, so I don't know that trial transponders aren't changing up there. But the 22 did lead that lap for sure. And now Brendan Queen goes ahead and sets back in. The crowd going crazy as the 0-3 car puts a little bit of his Toyota nose up underneath the 22 machine.
The local superheroes battling it out for the top spot and for the win here in Hampton, Virginia. 24 laps remain. Brendan Queen versus Connor Hall.
Can they keep that up for 24 more laps?
We're going to find out. It's getting good here at the conclusion.
Bobby McCarty hopes so.
That's right. You're right. Brendan Queen versus Connor Hall. Adam, they're racing back to 1 and 2.
And it's Connor Hall with the nose out in front. The 22 machine is about to have to call, like almost squeeze Brendan there into the outside wall. Brendan's going to reload, go back to the inside. They make contact in 3 and 4.
big-time contact with Butterbean and Connor Hall. They are giving it everything they can lap after lap.
I tell these guys on a weekly basis, they impress me so much with how they're able to nudge and able to go after one another and not wreck one another, and that's on full display right here. Man, they're trying to make a liar out of it.
Good racing at the head of the field. Here comes Peyton Sellers to the right side of Brendan Queen. That's a battle for the runner-up spot. And now we may go 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Contact is made with Sellers and the 22 of Connor Hall. We are mixing it up at the front, Buckaroos.
And I'll tell you what, man, Bobby McCarty is loving what he's watching out his windshield because he's saving his car, watching these 3 cars trade a little bit of wrap and work their ways around this racetrack. Connor Hall was dead sideways off the corner, muscled his way across the nose of Brendan Queen.
Connor Hall versus Brendan Queen. Peyton Sellers behind him, Landon Pimbleton in fourth. And Adam, they're racing as hard as they can for the lead.
How about Peyton Sellers, the multi-time South Boston champion? It's been 11 years since he won his first and only Hampton Heat. He knows it's been that long. He wants to get back to victory lane, and he is just hoping the 22 and 03 get together.
We're watching those 2 cars battle it out through turns 3 and 4. On the inside is Connor Hall. He won the Cars Tour race last month. Brendan Queen ready to go back to Dale Lemons victory lane. Wants to do it in front of his home crowd as well. Both of these drivers consider this their home turf. They want to defeat everybody else, and right now they're trying to defeat one another. Connor Hall versus Brendan Queen here at lap number 186, and neither one are giving an inch.
No, they're sure not. And the guys that are right behind them, too, are just waiting for something to happen. But I'm telling you, they'll make a liar out of me, I'm sure of it. But they will race one another as hard as they can, and they'll go out of their way not to turn the other.
It's a dogfight for the lead. Brendan Queen, lap after lap, high side of the racetrack. Connor Hall to the bottom of the racetrack. Looking on as Peyton Sellers. All 3 of these drivers have won the Hampton Heat 200. And Buck, right now, they're running 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, oh, man, they make contact, and Sellers is on the pounce. He looks to the inside of both. They rub each other off in turn 2 and down the backstretch. Sellers, your new leader.
Saw the right side of the 26 car come off the racetrack when he came into contact with the 22.
Here comes Connor Hall. He's trying to reload to go back to the front on the back bumper of Peyton Sellers through turns 1 and 2. 10 laps to go. It'll be 9 more when they come by the start-finish line. Sellers, Connor Hall getting together through turns 3 and 4. Trey Payne moving each other around on the racetrack as we watch Dale Earnhardt also try to get his way to the front. He's now inside the top 5.
Done a little dirty in the Cars Tour race. He wants to get this win, so that's going to add some motivation to the fire here for the 03 as caution is out.
Trouble with Aiden Millette over in turns 3 and 4. His car went around. 7 laps remain to settle the 2024 Hampton Heat 200. We are back after it once more. Connor Hall, Brendan Queen, Peyton Sellers look on as they race back out of the turns 1 and 2.
Connor got a jump there through turns 1 and 2. He's going to clear the 03 by a couple of car lengths. Brendan feeling pressure now from the 26. No, slots back in line. Tries to make contact with the 22.
Indeed, contact was made. Brendan still in the back bumper of Connor Hall in turns 1 and 2, pushing and shoving him up the racetrack. Here comes Brendan Queen to the bottom of the racetrack, Buck down the backstretch.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's still trying to get down on the bottom half of the racetrack, trying to use the apron underneath the 22. He will muscle him up the racetrack. 0-3 machine. Now to the top of the heap again.
Brendan Queen back up front. Here comes Connor Hall as they race off of turn 2. Queen slowed him down just a little bit at the exit of turn number 2. That allows the 26 of Peyton Sellers to go by on the inside, or at least make the attempt to fake the pass out of it. They race back to turns 1 and 2.
I think Queen might have brake checked him there just a little bit exiting turn 2. That stacked him up. Sellers backed out of it wisely, and now Connor going to try to have another shot at the 03, but time is running out.
3 laps remain, Kip. Check your heart rate. This one's getting good.
I'm too busy watching this thing. You guys go ahead and keep talking.
What a race we're watching for the Hampton Heat 200. Brendan Queen is out in front by about a car length here as we come back to turns 3 and 4. 2 laps remain. Buck, Brendan Queen's right where he wants to be.
Yes, sir. But this is exactly what he did last year. Made sure he was out front, had a little bit of a cushion. He did just so by moving the number 22 car backwards a little bit, giving him the 26 to worry about for a good lap. and that gave him about a car length and a half, and he still has it.
White flag is in the air the final time around. Brendan Queen, your race leader by 2 car lengths over Connor Hall as they work down the backstretch. Now racing back to turns 3 and 4 for the 2nd straight year in a row. And the 3rd time in his career, Brendan Queen wins the Hampton Heat 200.